Hi there guys, Vino here and welcome to this Vino Plunk production, and today we're going to be taking another look at my Lost the Complete Collection Deluxe Edition, US Edition, whatever you want to call it, this thing. I've shown this off more than one occasion on my channel, but I actually looked the other day, it doesn't seem like there's a live video that I showed this off in. Plus a friend of mine has asked me to show this set off again, so I thought I would do that and show it off once again. So there are some kind of spoilers contained within this. Technically I'm going to keep those simply out because the friend I just referred to is currently working their way through the show and I don't want to spoil anything. I would also please ask that no one leave any spoilers in the comment section down below for that very reason as well. So that being said, this is the front. You've got Lost that's kind of the opposite of embossed. It's kind of inset a little bit with the complete collection there, the silhouette of the plane, and you've got all these names here that do actually reflect on the show, so to speak, if you get what I'm trying to say there. The back is as so and has the Ankh, okay, and then we can open up one of the sides like so, and then we can pull out, and I'm going to try and do it, use gravity to maybe help me with this. There we go. We then take off the outer box, which I'm going to leave just over here. You're then greeted to this in a box with like this protective bit of polythene here really, and then what you do, you open it up and take all this off, take all that off, and you are greeted with the rest of it, the core if you will. So the outside of this is a textured material. The set itself looks like some kind of temple, and then this gold lettering is kind of glossy and what have you, and yeah, you can see from this it is a glorious looking set. I'm going to sort of show you some of the things on the side, some of the things on the side, but not too in depth because some of them are spoilers. So especially with how early that my friend is in the show. So the first thing you do is you take off this top, and on the underside of that top you get a topographic view of the map. Useful bit of information, kind of bit of trivia. This is one of only 2 or 3 times you get to see a topographical look at the map. Yes, this show is actually shot in Hawaii, one of the islands off of Hawaii. However, they have changed it obviously ever slightly from the actual place that it's shot from. So this is like the in show in universe, you know how it looks in universe. Next up you have this, which is a board for Senet. We'll get to that in a moment. Senet is a more ancient form of chess. We then got the episode guide, which is actually a really nice episode guide. I'm not going to go too far through that because again spoilers, but it's a really nice episode guide, and there's some bits of trivia, all that kind of stuff. Next up we have the actual series themselves. Again, this is sort of a textured feel. That has a textured feel to it, and yes, I did just drop a couple of the seasons down the front of the table. I'll get those in a minute, but to show you what the seasons look like, they each come in these like pockets like this. Put that to one side so you can see it, and then you just open them up like this, and there we go. All the discs are as follows. This is a repackaging of what came before this, so all of these discs are just discs that have come before. I'm going to leave that to one side because of course I still need to fish out those 2 seasons that drop down the bottom there. So next up we have this front segment here that comes with a letter. I'm not going to explain what this letter's from because again spoilers, but there's a letter. You then have a Ankh that's actually in half at the moment, and the other half is here. So the Ankh goes together like so, but you can actually take it apart, and inside is a little message, and that's the message. In fact, you have to have it that way down Make sure it actually uncurls itself, so to speak. But that's the little message. We'll get back to what that message means in a moment. So we're then gonna try and stuff this back in here. It's actually a bit of a pain in the arse. I'm just going to leave that in there for now because it can be a bit of a pain in the butt to get that back in. On this side, I'm going to fish it out. You get a UV light. So there we go, UV light, and this is done for two reasons. First of all, if you shine this on the inside of this, there are some interesting bits and bobs, to do with the show. But the main reason why you have this, we'll get to in a moment. And this segment here, you have all the pieces for Senate. You have rocks, you have dice, and you have more rocks. And that's for the Senate game. Oops, sorry, I just whacked the mic. Probably didn't sound the best. So what I'm going to do now, I'm just going to put this back in here as it is right now before I fish out the other seasons that drop down the front. Oh, don't want to crease that now, do I? And it's not going back in the way I want it to. There we go. Put that back in for now. That's the Senate board. But we then come to the map. If you shine this light onto the map, it will reveal something that I'm not going to tell you what it reveals, because again, it's actually a spoiler for the show. But if you follow, it's got arrows pointing in a certain direction. If you follow those arrows, you can actually spin the whole thing one way around, open it up, and you're greeted with this, which is actually a bonus disc. This is exclusive to this set. You can't get this disc anywhere else. And you remember those instructions in the Ankh, well, they correspond with this here, and it's basically an Easter egg essentially. But what it is, it tells you how to play Senate. So I'm going to try and, if I can, did I put this back in the wrong way when I last put it in here? Nope, huh? I'm getting terribly confused with how this goes back in. Oh, I know how it goes in. Yep, okay, so it goes in that way. Yeah, and basically that gives you the instructions on how to play Senate, which, as I said, is like a ancient form of chess. Chess was actually made based upon a few different old games. I'm trying to work out how I get this. Oh, wrong way. So what you do, you just match up the Ankh on each side, and then you can, there you go, slide that back in, and then there you go. Obviously I'm not going to put it back together because I have a couple of seasons to fish out down below, but that has been a look at the Lost Complete Collection on DVD, the US Deluxe Edition set that I bought many years ago, just after set finished airing. There is a Blu-ray version of this set out there. It's just that at the time Blu-ray was locked to the US and I had no way of playing US Blu-rays, so I went for the DVD version because at the time I had an unlocked DVD player. But yeah, this is actually one of my prized possessions. One of the ones I come back to quite often, take a look at and sort of pour through, because it really is a really nice collection. And it's one of those collections which, you know, if, and I mean it's a massive if, I were to get rid of this, you know, one day, it would have to be, you know, for a sizable chunk of money, to be completely honest with you, because I know for a fact this is worth Last time I looked, worth the best part of £600. Probably more than that nowadays, probably way out of print. Although I do see it pop up on Amazon.com on occasions for about $300. So, you know, you could probably find it somewhere if you wanted to nowadays, maybe on eBay and places like that. But it is way out of print. It is a deluxe set, so expect to pay collector's prices for it. But until next time, guys, hopefully you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one. Ta-ra, guys.